1000 mark, give me another update, please. We're over stage 7 at the moment, and we've got light rain here. The road looks damp, a little bit shiny on 7.
Day 2 began wet, very wet. The top 15 A-seeded drivers ran in reverse order on days 2 and 3 this year, so Hyundai's Armin Schwarz was one of the first to find out just how slippery the damp tarmac was. Petter Solberg looked to have made the perfect tyre choice on the opening stage, the Subaru setting the fastest time. The later stages, however, wouldn't bring such good news.
Line into 3 left minus, tightens half long, and line into 2 right plus half long. No, puncture. Tight and slippy, gravel, 1 plus.
Makinen shared Solberg's good tyre choice on stage 6 and moved up into 3rd place. But by the time the rally reached mid-afternoon, Subaru would be down to 1 car.
Spoori pitkä oikein, 3. Tarkasti spoori, pirun pitkä oikein, vähän helppo sumppu. 7.
Makinen's second retirement in as many rallies meant Sainz moved up into 6th place. The Spaniard also again helped by the conditions. McRae was also enjoying the rain. Second fastest on both the day's last 2 stages, he'd be 5th going into the final day. But the top 3 was now an all-Peugeot affair once again. After the scare caused by Makinen's brief occupation of 3rd place, Burns had reclaimed the first of the podium positions after setting the fastest time on stage 9. Gronholm was still 2nd, despite not winning a stage all day. It seemed for the Finn to take his first win on tarmac, he'd need Panizzi to have problems, and it didn't look as though that was likely. The Frenchman, co-driven by his brother Hervé, was fastest on 4 of the day's 7 stages, and would start the final day with a lead of over 41 seconds. That final day dawned dry and bright, much to Ford's dismay. McRae, however, was keen to show that the Focus can be competitive on dry tarmac and set the fastest time on the day's first stage to move into 4th place. When that stage was repeated, however, it seemed he was pushing a little too hard.
Pin right. You okay?
So McRae was out, breaking a bone in his hand in the process. Sainz then moved up into 6th place, which is where he'd finish. Solberg finished 5th, well aware that he'd have been a contender for a podium place, had luck been a little kinder to him. Fastest on the last stage, Bugalski's privately entered Citroën was 4th, but the top 3 consisted entirely of Peugeots. Burns was 3rd, his best ever result on the island, while Gronholm scored his best finish on tarmac, 2nd overall.
Oikea laita, vasen, eri ja oikein, eri. 7, oikein.
But there was no stopping the Panizzi brothers.
Dans gauche 90 un peu long, dans droite 90 long, ça.
In the end, Gilles Panizzi's winning margin was over 40 seconds, with Gronholm and Burns completing Peugeot's perfect day. No wonder the champagne was already on ice in the team camp.
Yes, fantastic, and happy, very happy. And, I think it was not easy to win, but confident beginning to the end, and all the team are very confident for this result.
Gronholm had now opened up an 8-point lead over the other 2 event winners, Makinen and Panizzi. The consistent Sainz was 4th, with Burns moving up into 5th place, while in the series for manufacturers, Peugeot had a huge advantage over Ford and Subaru, thanks in no small part to the first clean sweep of the podium since 1995.